Welcome to the Innodraw measuring service. We're going to watch an actual site being measured in real time. Alex, a measuring specialist, arrives on site with all the equipment in a shoulder bag. Here you see the equipment, an interface box, a tripod, and a removable laser measurement device with an interface box already mounted on the tripod. The measuring specialist may wear company clothing to represent your company exclusively while on site. This provides your company with an image of using state-of-the-art technology to get totally accurate and reliable measurements. Here you see the measurement device being leveled for this particular room. A USB cable is used to attach the interface box to a tablet computer. This takes a brief moment for everything to connect. You will see the measuring specialist's actual computer screen in real time as he works with the system. Please note the computer screen in the upper left corner. You are seeing what Alex sees. Alex is now opening a project, having entered all the contact information prior to arriving at the site. Most measuring specialists do this the evening before to expedite the process. After setting a zero reference point, which also orients the display on the screen, the laser is rotated to shoot 2 points along each wall. In case of a curved wall, multiple points will be taken. After 2 points are gathered, 2 parallel lines appear, noting the wall plane. The length is determined after walls are connected. Alex now closes the drawing by noting an opening as a single line. The perimeter of the room will now be complete, and the portable laser will be removed from its cradle and will be used as a handheld measuring device. Alex is sitting the laser on the floor and gathering multiple measurements of the ceiling height. He will select the shortest of these measurements, and the number will be wirelessly transmitted and entered on the plan. Here you see a close-up of Alex's screen and the entering of the ceiling height directly from the laser. This example is using the metric measuring units, but it is the same process when using inches. While we were watching the close-up of Alex's screen, he disconnected the USB cable from the interface box. He is now using the laser to verify dimensions. He is measuring the lengths at 2 different heights for each wall to assure that walls are plumb. If these dimensions vary more than acceptable, he is noting it on the plan. This verification process is required to add another level of security to the accuracy of the measurements. All of Alex's measurements are transferred via wireless communication to the computer and are not entered manually, again assuring better accuracy and eliminating human errors. Alex is now going to pick a target from his kit in order to give the laser a flat, accurate target where none may exist. He's going to locate the window on the wall by measuring its location from each end wall. As he did for the walls, he gathers 2 measurements at different heights to assure the window is reasonably plumb and enters the shortest if they are not equal. The target is in his left hand to provide the laser a proper read. The window width is calculated automatically when the right and left offsets are entered, but Alex is verifying the size to assure the accuracy. The height of the window from the floor is determined as well as the overall height of the window, And again, the data is entered into the plan directly from the laser measurement. As a last step, he'll verify the remaining distance from the window to the top of the ceiling to assure accurate measurement. You can see the window noted on the plan in the bottom right corner showing on Alex's screen. Please note that we're just 5.5 minutes on site, and this would complete some measurements since only walls, ceilings, windows, and doors would be required on some projects. Alex is now going to locate all the mechanicals like plumbing and electrical and venting on the plan. He does this the same as locating the window, with the laser providing direct input into the computer screen. Alex is locating an electrical outlet, noting the center of the obstruction from one wall and the floor. You see his screen close up again to see the outlet located in the bottom wall in purple. Alex will now continue this process for all the obstructions in the room. We're going to speed up the video a bit in order to save you some time, but please note that you're still seeing the information being obtained in real time. We hope you enjoy the old movie Charlie Chaplin effect. This will take just a minute to run through, so I'll be back when the measurement is nearly complete. Each type of obstruction has a specific icon to note on the screen, and a legend for the designer appears later on the screen. Now you see the screen with all the icons noted and all the measurements as well. Alex has just completed the measurements for this room 7.5 minutes from the time he entered. He'll now gather visual data for the designer by taking digital photos of the room from different angles to help the designer visualize what he has measured. He will take several angle shots to help later in case any confusion arises. This also assures that the site is the same as at the time of installation as it was at the time of measuring. Strangely enough, changes have been known to take place on job sites after measuring. This protects your interest from such an occurrence. Once the photos are taken, standard photo processing software is used to transfer the photos to the computer. I assume one can see that this is real-time video that was not edited. Alex has now completed the process of acquiring site data and is getting it ready to transfer to the designer. Now this is where the process gets really exciting. Watch as Alex connects his computer to the internet by phone card. Watch closely because this goes by real quickly. Alex logs on to our proprietary server using his individual account information. After he makes the connection, he selects the file with the measurements and sends it to the server. The photos and other associated documents are attached automatically. You're now going to watch in real time the sending of all that data. It takes less than 20 seconds to send it all, with the bulk of that time needed to upload the photos. Now there's a really cool thing happening. Alex has a Bluetooth phone and he is calling the designer to let them know the project is on the way. Note that this is happening about 10.5 minutes from the time he entered the room. Once the send process is completed, Alex is finished, and then he'll proceed to pack up his equipment and move on to the next project. Now remember that Alex was calling the designer about the delivery of the project? Here you see the designer at her desk retrieving the files. She could be tens of thousands of miles away or just down the road, and she is getting the site data while Alex is packing his gear. Let's look over the shoulder of the designer as she gets the information from the server via the internet. By the way, Alex has left the room, less than 11 minutes from the time he entered. Okay, back to the designer. She has selected the files from the server and then downloaded them to her computer. She selects the photos from this file and reviews them to acclimate herself to the environment she will see on the plan, almost like she was there in person. The designer is then going to open the file containing the site measurements using Innodraw's LCAD viewer. She also has expanded the view to full screen so she can see more details. Because she has the software loaded, the designer can view a single wall elevation as well as a floor plan to get a better visualization of the site details. The plan file is automatically provided in DXF, DWG, and PDF formats. To get the file workable in 2020, the DWG file is imported as a background drawing. To notate the wall in the CAD program, the designer just clicks near each corner and the wall ends are automatically snapped. No manual input is required to provide correct wall length. Window and door information appears on the screen, but the openings and obstruction details must be entered by the designer manually from the underlying plan. Here you see the window being located in the plan. Again, please note, this is only required in 2020. This takes a couple of minutes, so I'll be back shortly when the process is about completed. We're now going to see some 3D views of this site in the designer's CAD program. Now this really changes the way measuring is done, don't you think? Thanks for taking the time to view this brief video. We're confident that you now see the value of partnering with Innodraw to get accurate site measurements for your business.